Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to this video. So we'll be doing RFS today, and I was supposed to do infinite flight sim next, but that flight sim it's not for me. It's just not for me. That's the best I can say. I think it's really terrible. I think it's extremely bad. The only good thing about infinite flight sim, in my opinion, is I can see the aircrafts look good. That's the only thing in my opinion. So battery power comes on here. Let's bring on ground power units right here. Okay, that being said, let's turn on APU now. Bring on all ground crew. Wait, where's the ground crew? Oh, load. I've forgotten what they call it here. All right, so APU is on. Let's set our flaps at 5, brakes off. So let's load everything and then we'll talk about our flight plan. We cannot get pushback guy connected, so we need to. Okay, so let's do this. Max. So as you can see down here, it says 19 hours. So this flight is with the 737 Max, and we're going to be flying for 19 hours 29 minutes. It's probably going to be more than that, but yeah, that is what we're going to do. Every day I challenge myself to just do weird things with the 737 Max. So our plan today is we'll be going from LKPR, which is Prague in Czech Republic, and we'll be going to Melbourne in Australia. Yeah, that's basically our flight plan. So let's just center this and zoom in. Let's zoom in as much as we want and then center that again. Zoom in a little bit more so that we have our route right there. Okay. All right, so I believe everything should be on by now. Yeah, everything is ready. As you can see, we're all red, but that's fine. Bring seatbelt sign on, eyes, turn on everything. Let's get this down to 3. Engines can come on now, and we can start our communications. Okay, let's go here. Come here, departure.
Ladies and gentlemen,
boarding. Okay.
The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you haven't already done so, please stow your carry-on luggage underneath the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin. Please take your seat and fasten your seatbelt, and also make sure your seat back and folding trays are in their full upright position. If you are seated next to an emergency exit, please read carefully the special instructions card located by your seat.
Everything
If you do not wish to
done
perform
right
the
now.
functions
Let's get the
described in the
doors
event of an
closed.
emergency, please ask a flight attendant
Let's
to
get the
reseat
door
you.
closed.
This motherfucker is locked.
We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is prohibited on the entire aircraft, including the lavatories. Tampering with,
So
disabling or destroying the lavatory smoke detectors is prohibited by law. If you have any questions about our flight today, please don't hesitate to ask one of our flight
Let's get out of
attendants.
here.
Thank you.
What other lights do we need? For now, nothing. Alright. Let's do door closure here. So
cabin crew,
yeah.
prepare doors for departure and cross-check.
Alright, so let's do that. Cabin crew, come back
Ladies
here.
and gentlemen, this is your chief flight attendant. On behalf of our captain and the entire crew, welcome aboard. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position and that your seat belt is correctly fastened. Also, your portable electronic devices must be set to airplane mode until an announcement is made upon arrival. Thank you.
Alright, so let's do our safety briefing.
Ladies and gentlemen, On behalf of the crew, we request your full attention as the flight attendants demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit closest to you. Note that the nearest exit may be behind you. Count the number of rows to this exit. Should the cabin experience sudden pressure loss, stay calm and listen for instructions from the cabin crew. Oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose, like this. Pull the strap to tighten it. If you are traveling with children, make sure that your own mask is on first before helping your children. In the unlikely event of an emergency landing and evacuation, leave your carry-on items behind. Life rafts are located below your seats and emergency lighting will lead you to your closest exit and slide.
That's nice.
We ask that you make sure that all carry-on luggage is stowed away safely during the flight. While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the safety data card in the seat pocket in front of you.
Full up, full down. Rudders to the left, rudders to the right. Okay, off we go. Alright, let's move this thing. Why are we not moving? Why are we not moving? I don't know. Why are we not moving? I'm confused. Wait. Okay, that's the first. I've never experienced this before. Why are we not moving? I really don't know why we're not moving. Let me see. Okay, so why are we not moving? I am very confused. Oh, I remember. So at 20% it doesn't move. It has to be above 20% to move. There we go. Oh wow, that's crazy though. That's crazy. All right, so what's our way out? I believe this way. We're going to be turning from here. I believe this is the way out from here. Right. Okay, so we're going to take this route and go all the way to our next turn. And I feel like this light is not enough for me. Let me get a little more. I don't like having to deal with dim too much having to deal with dim lights like this. So what else should we do that we're not doing? Let's see. Everything is fine, I guess. We're moving too much. That's too much speed. All right, we're going to stop here. We're going to have to stop here and do this.
We are now ready for takeoff. Please make sure your seatbelts are fastened and all baggage is secured underneath your seat or in the overhead compartments. We also ask that your seats and table trays are in the upright position for takeoff. Please switch to airplane mode or personal electronic devices, including laptops and cell phones.
From now on, I'll just
enjoy your flight.
Focus on RFS and MSFS and Infinite Flight Sim. I'll play Infinite Flight Sim for a long time. I mean, until my current subscription goes away, I'm going to keep doing flights on Infinite Flight Sim. But trust me, that flight sim is not for me. And there's a simple reason to why that is. It does not have a virtual joystick, so nothing like that. All you do is you do your mobile device like that, and some of us will play with tab. So imagine moving your tab like that. It's uncomfortable. Right now, as you can see on the screen, I'm using the virtual joystick. This is a tab. There is no way I want to be holding my phone up and around like that. I don't even like it. All right, we're going to be braking here so that we can do that.
Cabin crew,
And
prepare for takeoff.
bring in landing lights, strobe lights, turn off cabin lights, turn off dome lights, and just be on our way. Take this one off. Whoa, easy. Okay. Why are you aggressive? You don't want to turn too much. Alright, 18 knots check. Why is he not giving me the call out? You do this all the time. Give me the call out. Don't
80 knots.
80, 9.
V1.
V1.
Rotate.
Rotation. And up we go.
Positive rate.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Alright, alright. So nice, so wonderful. So nice, so wonderful. The one problem with RFS is sometimes for me though, it does not let me see my landing replay, and that's very, very frustrating for me though. I don't know, I think it's a device thing. Yeah, anyways, we're up, so let's start retracting our flaps. And around this we can start bringing this on. You know what, let's not do this. Hold up, let's use this one. So we're going to go all the way up to 40,000 feet, 41,000 feet. That way we're going to save as much fuel as possible. All right, flaps all the way up. And I would like to just go straight to the next waypoint. I think we're already there. Oh no, we need 4 minutes to be there. So I'll just go straight to the next waypoint from here. And that's being said, whoa, the fog is too much. The fog is too much. Thank God we can actually see our altitude and every other thing there. Yeah, this makes more sense. You can't see anything. You can't actually see anything. Okay, so let's go back here and into the cockpit so that we can see. Alright, so 6,000 feet here. When we get to 10,000 feet, we'll turn off our landing lights and we'll be on our way on this 19 minutes.
Whoa, whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
19 hours of flight. Wow. Really wow. Really, really wow. What time is it? This is 4:34. I'm going to start preparing for work very soon. Why is the interface not going out? I thought I already set that so that the interface goes out by itself. I guess I didn't. So we're going to be depending on the landing. We don't have to. We don't have to. We can do a little. We can do a thing or two about that. Alright, so we're still under 8,000 feet here. I mean under 9,000 feet, my bad, sorry. So when we get to 10,000 feet, we turn off the landing lights. I believe every other thing is done and smooth. So I'm going to turn on dome light again. I'll leave it at 2. Let's see, what else do we have that can be of any trouble to us? Nothing actually. And okay, everything is fine. We're over 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead, turn the landing lights off like so and off. Let's just leave the dome lights off anyways. We'll be fine. Right. Wow, the fog is heavy. It's very, very heavy. Now, here's the beautiful thing about RFX. Whoa, the fog just cleared out. That was close. I think we passed a place where you have less fog and the thing cleared out and just came back in immediately. We're actually breaking through the clouds very soon. Oh, that's so nice. That's just so nice. That's so nice. RFS is just beautiful. See how realistic the clouds look. Anyways, yeah, we're over 10,000 feet now. Let's just continue and cruise away. So as at now, we just got to our top of climb, which is around 41,000 feet. Well, yeah, that's basically it. Let's just cruise away now. Alright, so judging by what we have here, we can see that we are 13 minutes into the flight, 13 hours into the flight, more like 13 hours 39 seconds, 39 minutes into the flight. So we have 6 hours 40 minutes left. Let's see our fuel. We can also see that our fuel is down to 32%, which means we're actually going to land with about 2% of fuel, or something a little bit more than that, and that is all thanks to this system right here. So we're using the LNAV only. Our speed is 200, which is exactly what we need it to be. If it is a little bit more, we're going to be burning more fuel, and we don't want that. And also our altitude of 41,000 feet helps a lot to do this. So that being said, let's continue with our cruising. If we look at our map here, we are a little bit over Jakarta, more like we're almost at Jakarta. We're not at Jakarta yet, just a little bit, and then we'll be at Jakarta, and then we're going to be coming into Australia right here. We're going to Melbourne, as you can see here. So yeah, that being said, let's continue our cruise. Okay, so at this point of the flight, we are right above, still at 41,000 feet. We have 1 hour 40 minutes more to go. I don't know why she's holding the yoke. I have no idea. I mean, everything here is in control. The autopilot is on, and for some reason she's holding the yoke. I don't know. Anyways, our fuel gauge is 10%. Lights are fine. Everything here is fine. So the seatbelt was on because we had just a little bit of turbulence. So I'll just go ahead, turn it off now, and let's bring out launch. Hold on. 2 in-flight.
In a few moments, the flight attendants will be passing around the cabin to offer you hot or cold drinks,
infinite flight sim,
as well as lunch.
I'll keep hitting on
Alcoholic drinks are also available. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Thank you.
They fix their problems, because I feel like that is something good that is wasting. So at this point, we have about let's see, about 6% of fuel. And as you can see, we've been flying for 19 hours. So the target is to fly for 20 hours, like I said, in this Qantas 737 MAX.
Bullshit.
So we have about 6% of fuel, which actually in the 737 MAX in this sim, a fuel gauge of 5% can do 1 hour.
Oh wow.
Right? So yeah, we're actually fine. We're actually fine. I mean, this is under 1 hour and we have 6% of fuel, so we're fine. We're fine.
Yeah, boy.
We are going to get to Melbourne. And the funny thing is, in case we can't actually get to Melbourne, this is the amazing thing about this, about going to Australia, I guess. You have lots of airports around, so we can make it. We can glide to this airport. We can glide to any of these airports around here. That's another thing, and that's just fine for me. So either ways, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Okay, so right about now we are descending to 5,000 feet. So we actually have like 5% of fuel left in our tank, and to be honest, 5% of fuel, as much as my experience in the 737 Max, can go up to an hour.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Yeah, so while that is the case right now, we'll be descending to 5,000 feet, and then we are going to descend. Okay, we'll just stay with 5,000 feet. Our approaches, I mean our flaps settings and all of that, and just get ready for touchdown overall. So let's get those announcements out. I don't know, are the seatbelt sign on? Let's do that as well, and let's get pilot's announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now starting the descent to our destination. The weather is windy. Enjoy the rest of our flight.
That's so sweet. The weather is windy. I want to get a very wonderful touchdown with the 737 Max, right? And what we're flying is very heavy. We are completely fuel. We don't have that much fuel on board, so this should be a fair touchdown.
Okay.
Maybe not so good, but better. That being said, what else is there to do? Okay, let's get the cabin crew announcements now. So prepare for
Ladies
landing.
and gentlemen, we have just been cleared to land at our destination. Please make sure one last time your seatbelt is securely fastened. The flight attendants are currently passing around the cabin to make a final compliance check and pick up any remaining cups and glasses. Thank you.
Alright, so I've been actually flying Infinite Flight Sim. I was trying to do a flight with Southwest Airline from KSFO to KJFK, which is San Francisco to New York. And I have tried to do that flight 4 times, and all the time I crashed. 2 times I crashed during takeoff. Yeah, 2 times I crashed during landing. 1 time I crashed during takeoff, and then the last video, my phone just overheated and the whole video just stopped. Now, before some of you will go on to say, yeah, I only fly RFS, I don't fly Infinite Flight Sim, you can go back and watch my live stream. My previous 3 live streams are all Infinite Flight Simulator.
Are you sure?
Of course, pal.
Now, if you watch that that live stream, you're going to see the problem with Infinite Flight Simulator. Most YouTubers that fly Infinite Flight Simulators don't use this. They don't use this. So they use the tilt to steer mode, which I really hate. I've never used that in any game, but when it came to Infinite Flight Sim, I was willing to try it. Right? Again, the only reason I like Infinite Flight Sim, to be honest, is because the cockpit looks realistic. Very realistic. Not the sim itself. The sim itself does not look realistic. There are no taxi lights, there are no cabin crew announcement, pilot announcements. You know, those small things. You don't have the 80 knots call out that you get. You don't get positive rates, you know. Yeah, our fuel is shouting, but that's fine. You know, all those small details really matter. The ATC in Infinite Flight Sim is really good, right? And when I say really good, I'm talking about availability and sound. That's it. The words as well, the words they use, like inbound for landing and stuff like that, are very good as well. But this is the problem with the ATC. You don't get clearance, you don't get pushback, you just you do those ones by yourself. You don't even get startup. Now these are things that are already inbuilt with MSFS even, right? You get those in RFS. The problem with ATC in RFS is it's not available. So a real person have to be the ATC in RFS. I don't think that's the case in IFS. I think the ATC in IFS are either AI or from the Infinite Flight Sim department itself, which makes sense because that way they get to be available in some airports. And I believe VATSIM work the exact same way. I mean, there is no way every single airport in the world we have ATC at a particular time, except the ATC is AI, which is something RFS have talked about. I don't know if they will do it, but they didn't really hold on to it. They just talked about it briefly, and I think the post was taken down also. So yeah, that's basically my experience with Infinite Flight Sim so far, and I'm growing tired of it. I'm growing sick of it. I don't know if I'm going to continue with Infinite Flight Sim because, like I said, I am not going to start doing this just because I want to play Infinite Flight Sim. I have MSFS. I think my PC is crazy. It needs a Windows 11 upgrade, and I haven't done that, so I'm going to go get that done. And for that reason, my MSFS is yet to be updated because I don't have access to Microsoft Store anymore because my window is Windows 10. I don't know if I can do that on my own. I'll look for videos on YouTube. Maybe I can do that on my own. But that being said, yeah, that's my current take on IFS. I'm going to continue making videos on IFS pending my subscription, but I would never fly to an airport without ILS, and I would never do manual landing again.
Never do such a thing.
Yeah, it has taken that away from me. I will always do auto landing, which sometimes are very hard. You know, you don't even get like the smoke that comes out of the wheels when you touch the ground in IFS. I honestly don't know why people fly. Well, I guess it's a game, so some people are going to love it, right? But it's not accurate, like in any case. In no case are you clicking on an airport to get the ILS of that airport. Well, okay. Unlike Infinite Flight Sim, you can do everything. You can do everything without, I don't know. Infinite Flight Sim is just great. The only problem Infinite Flight Sim has is the graphics. I mean, look at the sharp edges with this aircraft. The edges are so sharp. This does not even look like a 737 Max. I am looking at it and nothing comes to my mind. It just looks normal, but from the outside you can tell that yeah, it's a 737 Max. But that's about it. Anyways, we're 17,000 feet now, going down to about 5,000 feet. So let's see the aircraft from the outside. And this is what I mean. From the outside, the aircraft look good. I mean, of course, Qantas does not have a 737 Max. And this is another thing with RFS. They are they don't have the best of graphics, but they are trying to even up with MSFS. Think about it. MSFS has Ground Crew, GSX, or whatever that is. It's available in Real Flight Simulator. You also have Grand Marshallers in Real Flight Simulator. You have everything. Think about anything you think that can be in an airport is there. The ground truck comes and you look inside of it. There is an operator, there is somebody in it. Of course, the person is just dormant and all, but there is somebody. You can see one cabin crew in the aircraft. You can at least see one cabin crew, right? And also the pilot you can see from outside here. The pilots you can see from outside here are exactly the same pilots inside. And as if that is not enough attention to detail, if I come to pilot and I go to interior view, the ranks, my rank is exactly the same rank you have on the captain's shoulder, right? And that's the interesting part of RFS. The attention to detail is so good, so good, and the Sims physics is accurate. I was thinking it was stiff. I was telling myself, I said, I think RFS is very stiff. I'll have to fly on MSFS to better justify my knowledge and say, okay, I think it's just too stiff, it's not realistic. But that's not the case. It's actually as stiff as it should be, right? Maybe a little too stiff, but not really. That's what I'll say. The physics is fine. The physics is very fine. If you can land an aircraft in real flight simulator, you can land an aircraft in real life. The only problem is the buttons, because if I am clicking on my screen now for brakes, it is not going to show in the cockpit, right? So you're not going to see it, and there is no buttons here that are actually very well made, because this is your auto brake right here. This is your auto brake right here, but that button you can't even see it. This is your speed brake right here. So all I would advise anybody who has RFS as their most precious flight sim is just go online sometimes and learn about a particular aircraft that you like flying. I like flying the 737 MAX. I think it's realistic to stay with one aircraft. The only reason I'll be flying on another aircraft is if you guys ask. If you guys don't ask of anything like that, there is honestly no need to do it. There's no need. I mean, I don't even find simulators fun. I don't think that's the point of simulator. If I want to have fun playing video games, I play as Part 9, right? But flight sim, I don't think there's any fun with flight sim, because whenever I do flight simulator, I mean, it's like right after 10 minutes, you don't really do anything anymore until before landing and stuff like that. Even in MSFS, I don't do anything. The moment I take off, there's nothing to be done. I just pretty much just stay there and keep my eyes open until touchdown, right? So yeah, that's like pretty much what it is for me at this point. I am looking at my MSFS. It's showing a really terrible color, and like I said, it's because I can't upgrade distance. So we're under 10,000 feet now. Let's bring in landing lights on, which you can actually see. It is very well illuminated outside. What's this? I don't even know. Okay, so like I said, you can see it is well illuminated right there, and the light effect on RFS is accurate. Like, it's so good. Even at night it can be useful, and every time, even right now, you can still see the light. You can see the strobe light. This view, you don't get it in any other simulator, even MSFS, or except you program it. But yeah, it's basically what it is. The one thing that confuses me is why autopilot is on and the captain is holding the yoke. And if you switch to like the first officer, for example, here, you see the captain holding the yoke. But if you switch to the captain, you see the first officer holding the yoke. But if you come in between, if you come in between right here, right, you see only the captain holding the yoke, which is just contradicting. But again, I guess that makes it a game, right? But other than that, I prefer RFS. Look at the terrain. The terrain is so good looking. The terrain is super good looking. But RFS in general is just cartoon. It's cartoonish. It's very cartoonish. That's probably the airport we're going to. See how you can see it from afar. You can see it. It is clear. It's crystal clear. So good. Just so good. Anyways, let's see where we are now. So we're at 5,000 feet. Not really, but almost. And from there we can actually arm our approach and have a wonderful touchdown. Let's start bringing in our flaps. So let's do flaps 1. Let's prepare for landing.
Ladies and gentlemen,
again,
we have just been cleared to land at our destination. Please make sure one last time your seatbelt is securely fastened. The flight attendants are currently passing around the cabin to make a final compliance check and pick up any remaining cups and glasses.
So for those of you who don't understand why flaps makes an aircraft go back up, it's really simple. It's like when you're falling out of the sky and you deploy your parachute. So what happens is the parachute pushes you back up and then you start descending slowly. So it's exactly the same thing that happens with
flaps.
Yeah, we can arm our approach now. So it's exactly the same thing that happens with an aircraft. I lost my words.
Flaps.
I wonder why. Okay, let's go back into the cockpit now and have what we suppose is going to be a very good landing. I was going to connect my joystick, but let's not do that. Like I said, this is Infinite Flight Sim. We can just use the screen and get a beautiful touchdown. So let's do that together right about now. So I'm going to place this here for good hold. My MSFS just launched because I'm going to be doing a video on there next. I hope we're going down. Yeah, we are.
Flaps.
So at this point, I'm going to come here. Pilot announcement, arrival.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
Prepare for landing. Right. Let's see where we are here. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Open this up. Get rid of this as well. I think we're getting in too fast.
Flaps.
We're getting in too fast. So I believe I can see the runway though. Is that the only runway? Oh, that's the only runway. So why are we here? I don't know. I'm going to take control if it looks like
flaps.
This is going to be bad. So we're still about 3,000 feet, which is honestly not looking good. But like I said, we can get a very good landing. That's not a problem. And you notice when you turn off autopilot here, you don't dive.
Flaps.
Right? The aircraft just flies, which makes more sense. Of course, you have to still add a little bit of control here and there, but the aircraft flies. Makes more sense. But in Infinite Flight Sim, you turn off autopilot, your aircraft goes crazy. Except, I don't know, you're too used to keeping your hand like the 2500 here.
Gear down.
Let's see the animation of that. Wow, beautiful. And we continue descending. So yeah, it is what it is though. I'm trying not to be a hater of Infinite Flight Sim, but that sim looks really good, but then that's it. It just looks good. Nothing else really works there. Okay, yeah, we're leveling off. This is better now.
2,000.
Although I think we're high, but it's better now. It's better. I'm not going to turn off autopilot until about 500 feet. Because I used to turn off autopilot at 1,000 feet away, but the only reason pilots do that is when the weather is completely clear, which is most of the time, if you may. But that's not really the case. Sometimes you get problems like this when you're not completely aligned with the runway and your aircraft is trying to, position itself perfectly for landing. When that is the case, you don't turn off autopilot. You leave it until you can see that the aircraft is right in proper alignment with the runway. And if that doesn't happen at about 1,000 feet or 500 feet, you just have to do a go around. That's how it is in reality. Well, of course, again, it's a game, so you're going to have people turning off autopilot at 4,000, 5,000 feet. That's their problem. I want to keep this as real as possible. If I feel a degree of turbulence right now, trust me, I am going to auto land the aircraft, but that's not the case. The weather is clear. We can get a beautiful landing. So right now we are still positioning ourselves with the 500 here, so we can turn that off. We can turn that off now and have a wonderful touchdown. So let's go down a bit. Let's take off all our speed for now. And
400.
400 here.
Approaching minimums.
Approaching minimums here.
Airspeed low. Airspeed low.
I know. Calm down. I know.
200.
200 here. See, that's the mistake.
100.
100 here.
50.
Flare.
10.
Ooh, that was bad. I'm just a terrible pilot. I tried to make that landing better, but yeah, that happened. Don't stop. Why is it stopping? Go. Don't stop. Okay, what else is there to do? Let's just vacate the runway. Okay. That was a terrible landing. That's like what, 500 whatever. That's like 500 feet. That was terrible. That was really bad. So let's get that announcement down.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your destination. For your safety and the safety of those around you, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and keep the aisles clear until we are parked at the gate. Please use caution when opening the overhead compartments and removing items, since articles may have shifted during flight.
Alright, so that's basically it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we're going to show you guys a landing replay, of course, as always. Thank you all so much. See you guys in the next video. Bye.